Hi guys, welcome back to another progress vlog. So here I'm starting this character from Bungo Stray Dogs. I've seen the anime, but I forgot everything that happened in it, and I haven't been keeping up with it at all. So this is a requested character, and so far I've started on his body and attached his arms. Almost forgot to record, but we're going to be starting off with his shoes. He has a very nice simple outfit, so that's also why I'm doing him. His shoes are black, and I'm transitioning up to this dark red color called Burgundy by the yarn Impeccable. And then I'm transitioning up to Magnolia Way for the skin color. In terms of his eyes, I think he's a blind character from what I'm looking up. So I'm using black yarn to create these little slits. His eyes are closed, which is nice. I don't have to use safety eyes for it. And then the arms, both sides are the same. I'm starting off with white and then I'm transitioning up to burgundy. And it's basically his whole outfit, one color. And this is the progress update so far. I'll be back with the next update. Hi guys, welcome back to the next update. I meant to make another update before this one, but I'm going to bend his cape. That way we can see his body. Okay, so first off, I created the bottom of the shirt using burgundy yarn. It's another layer that I put around his waist, which is on round 14. Create a little strip and then place it around with pins, and then I glued him down using fabric glue. Next, I'm taking black yarn to create his belt. I chained it and then I took my yarn needle and I sewed it all around his waist on round 15, which is right above the bottom of the shirt. And you can see why it's called bottom of the shirt, because it gives you this illusion that he has an extra layer of shirt on top of his pants. So hopefully that makes sense. And next I'm taking my honey yarn, which is a gold color yarn because he does have like gold buttons on his shirt and also his belt as well. For the shirt, I used 3 knots. I took my yarn, I tied it into a knot and then snipped it off and then stuck them directly onto the chest area with about 2 rows in between each button. So it's like the belt and then 2 rows. Put the button, 2 rows, and then put the knot in. For the belt buckle, I simply chained 2, glued it on, and then stuck it right into the belt. And that's it for like the body design. Here's what it looks like on the back side. Now we're going to switch clips really fast. Hey guys, real quick, I'm making this cape using the burgundy yarn. This is a similar type of cape that I created for the character Nash from Black Clover. And what I did was created a little line piece and then created 2 little panels on either side. And this is the front part right here. This is going to be going over the doll like this. And it's going to bend on the back side, kind of like this. Once we get to this part, we're going to take a burgundy yarn, so the same color, and then sew it closed, so that way it's going to be like a permanent clothing accessory around him. And in terms of the length, I'm making it like kind of towards the bottom of his shoes. So yeah, hopefully this turns out right. And yeah, that is the explanation on how to put on the cape. Hopefully it makes sense. And here's what it looks like with the backside of the cape being finished. I can't sew that greatly, but I am using the simple whip stitch just to put the 2 flaps together. And yeah, this is how it looks like so far. For his hair cap, I'm using white yarn, 4 inner rounds and 4 outer rounds, and I glue them down just so it can stay in place. I'll be back with the next update. Hi guys, welcome back to the next hair update. So for the hair strands, I'm using a reference to my Nikki hair pattern. Links in the description box below if you want to make your own anime style hairs to create your own dolls as well. So starting off with these pieces, I'm going to be starting on this side. This is a 10 chain using white yarn right now, which I'm placing it on the very last ring of the hair cap. And how I'm placing this hair is slightly beneath the chin. Moving on to the next one, we have an 8 chain. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8 chains right here. I try to slant these 2 on the side because his bangs are slightly parted and you can kind of see like bits of his forehead. And I'm putting 2 more 8 chains in the middle between the eyes. And then there's like another gap above his eyelid. And over here we have another 8 chain. And down here we have a 10 chain. So this is what his bangs look like so far. Welcome to the next update for the hair. So after adding on the bangs on the front side, I went ahead and add on the hairs along the edges on the back side. So you can see here, I'm adding all 8 chains on the back right here. And I tried to make them not very long, not too long past the neck area. And I took red yarn from I Love This Yarn to glue on the outlines on the bangs. I also took my fabric glue and like kind of traced the areas that I wanted to make it red. And after snipping off the yarn, I made sure to put like a bit of glue along the ends of the yarn so that way it doesn't like split open and get fuzzy later on. And this is how I decided to put the red shades on. The outlines along the front side, we just have like 3 little swiggles and a couple of more on each side of his hair. And that's what that looks like. When putting on the yarn, I tried to make sure like I stopped where the little intersection is. So it goes up into the corner and it stops right there. This one I started on the middle and then I swerved down and I stopped where it kind of meets in the middle. And then I stopped again right here. Same thing with the other side. And there it is for the update so far. Haven't filled up the top yet. I'll be filling up the rest with 8 chains in white. Hi guys, welcome back to the next update. So I am completely done with his hair. I completely filled off the entire back part with 8 chains, all completely white. And there we go. So his hair is actually pretty simple to do. Here's what it looks like all the way around. Front side again, all over, and the back side. So yeah, this part is like pretty easy. So next I am working on the hat. This is what I'm calling it, even in my notes. This part right here, separate piece by itself, is the hat. Although I think he's like wearing a cap, but we're gonna call it the hat. And I'm using burgundy. So to know which side is the front and the back, when you create this in rounds, the back side is like, has this little uneven stitch right here. That determines the back side. And then when you put it on, this is what it looks like so far. So this is like the fit on the side and how that looks like on the doll. And to create the little black part, like the little shade over him, there is a little black design that goes like on top right here. So I'm going to be trying to place this like in the middle. But yeah, this is the black piece right here that I'm creating that goes on top of the hat. And I think I'm just gonna call this piece the black part that goes on the hat. Just to keep it super simple. It doesn't get any clearer than that. And just try to like place it to where it looks even enough. So I am winging this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but hopefully this turns out correctly. I still have some yarn attached right here, which I'm still figuring out this part. But my plan is to join these 2 layers together and then creating the upper part. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what the piece should look like before the join to the hat. I'm going to flip this over because it like ends on this side, and I'll flip it over. Put my hook in, and this is like the bottom side right here where we're going to work. And just a little note, there are like little half double crochet stitches on here that I created into the hat just to make like the top part of the hat like a little bit bigger than the rest of the hat. So I'm just gonna like guess and estimate a spot where the half double crochets are and pick a stitch from there. And simply try to join by lining this up over here. So here it is, pick a little random stitch, slip it in there, and then also putting my hook into the bottom stitches. So that's 1 stitch right there. And here goes another one. And I'm gonna keep doing this until I finish the entire row. And here's what it looks like when I'm done single crocheting the entire row. Here's what it looks like on the hat. This black part is supposed to be like the details of this. So what I'm gonna do here, simply put fabric glue and press it down. That way we have this little detail for the cap. Next, I'll be creating the upper lid, I guess. It's for the shade for his face. That little front part of the cap, the actual, I don't know what it's called. Simply turn this around and then I'll include the rest of the patterns in my notes. Okay, so here's back to the final update of the hat. And here's the final look so far. Here's what it looks like on the top side. There it is, the little flap on the front finished, and he also has this little gold diamond thing in the middle, which I use honey yarn, create a little diamond piece, and then just simply glued it down. Okay guys, so here's the final update for the doll. Jono Saigiku, or whatever his name is. He's done! Ta-da! So happy. Fairly simple doll, I think, to make. And I feel like I could have done the hat a little bit better on the top part, but I was just kind of like eyeballing it on how like large to make this part. And overall, I am pretty satisfied, so we're gonna keep it like this. And again, notes will be available for my monthly subscribers on my Ko-fi page. Thanks to those who donate to me monthly, as it really helps fund my supplies. Links to everything in the description box below, and I will see you back with the next vlog soon. Bye!